Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Monkey Putter with another course review from PGA Tour 2K21. The course I'm going to be playing today is Silent Echo Canyon GC. I'm going to be playing off the blue tee, which is the farthest tee at 7,643 yards. The usual course conditions, and I've selected afternoon and light cloud. So let's head off to that first tee and we'll get this round underway. Okay, so what have we got here on the first? We've got a par 4. It's certainly a long one. 484, slightly uphill as well. And that wind off the left is not going to be doing us any favours here. I hope I missed that tree right in front of me, but we'll see what happens. I think I'm in trouble. That's going to be bunker bound by the looks of it. Yeah, not a great start to the round. Now I'm going to be hitting through those trees there. Not too bad a lie, 82 to 90%. But coming out of the trees, I'm not sure how this is going to react, but let's see what happens. Yeah, it's caught the tree. That's going to be a long way short. Back on the fairway though. Try and get up and down to save par here. Not bad, gives me a chance. Yep, that's a good par save. That's a really tough opening hole. Another narrow fairway here at the second. It's quite a lengthy par 4, 457. Ah, it's a poor swing. That's in trouble again. Oh dear, not a good start at all. Well, I've made the green. It's run on quite well actually. That's a really good result considering. Now this one looks fairly straight. A good swing here. I'm not going to be too far off, I don't think. Not a great swing, no. Swing plane was off. Well, certainly a tough couple of opening holes there with narrow fairways and trees really making you think about how you're going to play the shot. Again, another narrow fairway here at the third. Need to avoid going too far left as well. Another long par 4, 500 yards. It's a nice drive. Found the fairway. Now then, I've got a tree directly in line between myself and the hole, but the wind is off the right hand side, so hopefully I can use that to maneuver the ball around the tree. Got 169 yards, well 170 if you include the slight elevation, but that wind is going to help. Didn't come as far left as I thought with that wind. Not too bad. Not quite. That was a tricky putt. There's a lot of right to left break on that one. On to the fourth hole. We've got our first par 3 of the round. That's a really nice backdrop. Look at that. Private plane there. That's quite a long one, this. 221, about 220. Fairly strong wind off the left. It's not coming back quite as much as I thought. That's in good shape there, though. Good putt. That's a really pretty hole, that one. Public toilets in the background there. Right, now then, par 5. Hopefully a birdie opportunity. Now we've got a narrow fairway again, so this is going to require a really good swing. Now the wind is helping, which is good, because if we can hit the fairway, it should set me up nicely for the approach shot into the green. Slightly fast, that could be in trouble. Depends on the bounce. Nope, that's sand again. Now we may have to play this as a 3-shotter now. Yeah, and there's a, you can see there, just short of the green, there's a water hazard which we need to avoid, but coming out of that kind of a lie, don't think I'm going to reach it. Having said that, I'm going to err on the side of caution and drop down to a 4-iron. Yeah, that's in good shape there. 50 yards left. I'm not sure whether that might be the better option. Flop with a sand wedge. Look at that waterfall in the background, that's gorgeous. That's come up a little short. That's stunning. That looks really, really nice. Got the bridge on the left there with the golf buggy parked up. Aeroplanes circling overhead. Now this is a short par 4, but it's back into the wind, so we're not going to be able to drive it. So it's just important really here to try and hit the fairway and leave ourselves in good shape, ready for the second shot. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. It's back into the wind still, obviously. And we don't want to go long here either, because as you can see, it runs away from you. It's all downhill. Particularly when you get to the back of the green, it's a very steep slope. Yeah, a bit long. That's a nice putt, good birdie. Now then, what have we got here? Par 4, 442. Got to be careful not to drive this one too far. There's the stream running across the fairway there. Let's have a quick look in the book and see how far down that one actually is. So anything under 320 yards should be safe. And with the wind off the right hand side, I think the driver should be fine. I'm going to take a little bit off just to be on the safe side. Yep, that's in good shape. .122, wind off the right. So this is a pretty good pitching wedge, I would think. The wind's not bringing it back enough, that's a shame. Got a friendly bounce though. On to the 8th hole now, par 3. .175 uphill, so it's going to be playing more like about 184, but we've got the wind behind. It's a nice swing. Have I judged it right? A fraction short. Just admiring the waterfall in the background there. Now then, not too much break on this one. Most of the movement is at the end of the putt. Bad swing. Look at the swing plane. That's terrible. And we've got a par 5 to finish off the front 9. 588 yards into the wind a bit here. So this is almost certainly going to be a 3-shotter. Yeah, even with a good drive, I've still got 286 to go. I could have a crack at a driver here, but chances are it's going to catch that front bunker. So although it is tempting, I must admit, got to be careful as well with that water hazard on the left-hand side. Now I like that design because, and this is how a lot of par 5s should be done in my personal opinion, where you've got bunkers which are partially protecting the entrance to the green, but if you're accurate enough, there is a gap through, so you can be rewarded for a really good golf shot. Now I like that. I think that's a really nice feature. Now I've said that, I'm going to have to hit the driver and give it a go, but this is going to need to be, especially with that tree there as well, I've just noticed, this is going to have to be a really good swing. It was a good swing, but I think, oh, it's just managed to hop over the bunker. Look at that roll. Well, I got away with that. That's a pretty good result. 18 yards left from the light rough as well, so a splash shot with a lob wedge should be ideal for this. It's going to be landing on an upslope, so it's not going to run very far. Although I am going to give it some backspin just in case. No, I should have left the backspin off. So starting the back 9, we've got a par 4 into the wind, 452 yards. Seeing that plane up there going around in circles reminds me of the film Die Hard. I think it was Die Hard 2, where John McClane's wife is stuck on the plane having to circle around because of what's going on down on the airport. Sorry, I'd gone off at a tangent there. Right, so 452 into the wind. Again, a narrow fairway. And I don't mind that because obviously it makes it that much more of a challenge. So it requires good quality golf to score well. And that's not a bad thing. Nice drive there to hit the fairway. Now I've got a problem here. 172 yards into a 12 mile an hour wind. And I've got the tree in the way as well, so I'm going to have to club up here and hit a fade. Quite a big fade too, I think. Might even have to go to a 4-iron here. It's possibly a bit too long, but let's see what happens. Oh, I've overdone the fade. That was more of a slice than a fade. Fairly straightforward par in the end. I can't decide. I just simply cannot make up my mind whether you see on the right hand side there you've got the ball cleaners with the little dustbin or waste basket, whatever you guys call it, and there's one on each tee position, possibly slightly overused maybe. I know at most of the clubs I play locally, as in real golf clubs, they normally only have one per tee area as opposed to one on every tee, if that makes sense. Just a really minor thing, and I just can't decide whether that's right or wrong. Back into the wind again. This is going to be another long par 4. Nice drive. yards into the wind. Let's try that. Not bad. Now this looks fairly straight, just a subtle right to left break here. It's not going to move too much, but just enough to catch us out. Yep, nice putt. Still a couple of par 5s to come at 15 and 18. Slightly downhill, so this is going to be playing about 158, wind off the left. I like that little feature behind the green there with the different colour flowers, the rocks, the log. Looks really nice. It's a good swing. Have I judged it right? It's looking quite good. Yeah, happy with that. Gives me a good chance of a birdie here. Oh, that was weird. It'll be interesting to see that played back, because it looked like the break was slightly left to right, but it went straight or even the other way. Not quite sure what happened there. I must have misread it, but yeah, that was a bit strange. Shame after a good tee shot. And we've got a par 4 here, long one too, 482 yards. Slightly into the wind, and the water hazard there has been cleverly positioned in the landing area of the drive, so this is going to have to be a layup. I think what I might do here, although this is risky, is I'm going to hit the driver, but I'm going to take a lot off it, so I'm going to decrease the loft so that the ball doesn't carry as far, and therefore hopefully will stay short of the water hazard. So it's a bit risky. Now the reason why I decide, oh hang on, this could be in trouble, because it's going to run. Well, thankfully the rough stopped it. What I was going to say was the reason why I decided not to go with the 3-wood was because that would have left me a much longer second shot. However, because I am in the heavy rough, I have still got a very long second shot. Unfortunately, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to reach the green. And again, the course designer has cleverly put a bunker there to protect most of the entrance to that green. There is a gap, a small gap on the left hand side. Yeah, I don't think I can reach this, so this is going to be pretty much a layup. Okay, so we've got 32 yards left. Fairly level green. That's a good par save. That's a tricky hole, and it requires really good course management there, which is really good on the part of the course designer, because you can't get greedy off the tee, which I tried to do, and I ended up struggling to make par. Now this is a dogleg right, 486. Yeah, I'm going to go and try and hit here a big slice with a driver to try and take it around that corner. Don't think it's coming around enough. I think that's, yeah, that's going to be in the heavy rough. I think it was the right idea, I just didn't really execute the shot particularly well. And the wind's going to help me here, thankfully, because it's not a very good lie at all. And that tree is in the way as well. It's a very cleverly positioned tree there. And it's difficult coming out of heavy rough to shape the shot. Ideally, I'd like to hit a draw here, but coming out of heavy rough, it's not so easy to do that. So I'm going to need some luck on this one. Anywhere on the putting surface, if I can get it, will be a bonus, I think. that's a terrible swing. Needs a good bounce. Oh, and it got one too. Well, I'll take that. I know it's not very close to the hole, but it's a par 4 and I'm on in 2. Let's see if we can 2-putt this one. Or even hole it. Bonus. I didn't expect that to go in, if I'd be honest with you, but that's okay. I'm not going to turn down a birdie. Now we've got a par 5 here at the 15th, and it's a monster. It's 613 yards, ever so slightly uphill. And I'm glad, because it's such a long hole with water all the way down the left-hand side, I'm glad the course designer has made this fairway a bit wider. Because I think a lot of the holes we've seen so far have had a narrow fairway, and that's fine. But I think on this hole, I think he's done the right thing. He's made it fair. It's a long par 5, water down the left-hand side. So he's given us a slightly wider fairway. So that's really good. I like that. Fraction slow, but it should be okay. Now then, our second shot is into a narrower fairway, but that's okay because I've got the option here. I can lay up a bit if I want, or I can try and get it further down with a 3-wood. I think I might have a go at that. Wind off the right, so I need to be a bit careful there. This is going to need a really, really good swing. Yeah, that's pretty good. That should be fine. A little kick to the left would come in handy. And it got just that. Ah, it's a shame the wind is behind here because that's the perfect lob wedge at 82 yards. Let's try something. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Could go horribly wrong, but let's see what happens. That needs... I was hoping for more spin, but it's not too bad there. Nice birdie. Just 3 holes left to go, so this is the 16th, par 4. Ah, little teaser. I like these. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm a big fan of these short par 4s that tempt you into having a go off the tee. Oh, slightly fast, that's a shame. Hopefully it will run through that shrub, which it did. Outside chance of an eagle. too much break on this. It's looking good. Oh, that's a great putt. What an eagle. That's a nice backdrop for a hole as well. Hole 17, we've got a par 3 here, 190 yards. Nice size green. That's probably about the perfect size green, because it's not too big, it's not too small, but it's big enough that it will give you different options for pin positions between the 4 rounds that you might play in an actual tournament event. So that's really good. Okay, let's try this. It's a nice swing, but have I judged it right? The distance, I would say, is about perfect. Didn't quite get the line right, but I'm happy with that. Nice putt. Hardly any break, to be fair. It was pretty straight. So now on to the final hole of the round, a par 5. 568. We've got the wind behind us this time, so that's good. Got quite a narrow fairway with bunkers right and left, so this is going to need a really good swing to find that fairway. It's looking good. It's a nice, really nice clubhouse. In fact, in the background there, it suits the setting for the golf course really well. Uh, 225 yards with the wind behind. I think I'm going to go for a 4-iron here. Oh, it's a bad swing plane. Should be okay, but it's not as close as it could have been. Got a friendly bounce though. Now this putt seems to go slightly two ways. It starts off going left to right, and then towards the end it goes right to left. Hopefully those two things will pretty much balance each other out to make it nigh on straight. So I'm gonna aim it straight and see what happens. Yeah, I got that one just right. Nice way to finish the round. Well, I really enjoyed that course. Plenty of challenges, like I said, narrow fairways. Particularly earlier on the round, there were a few trees protecting the route into the greens and also the fairways as well. Yeah, I can't find a great deal wrong with that, to be honest with you. So many congratulations to the course designer. Thoroughly enjoyed it, so I would recommend you have a go on that course, see what you think, and put your comments down below, and we'll give the course designer some really nice feedback. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button down below, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. So take care everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.